Hi everyone. Today I'm excited to take you through the latest release of our NVR firmware. We'll explore the improvements we've made to make the system even more efficient, user-friendly, and intuitive, driven directly by feedback from users like you. Let's dive in and see what's new. First things first, let's go over which NVR models will support firmware version 1.4.13. Essentially, any current NDAA model that is already running firmware version 1.4.12 will be eligible for the update. The initial release will be available for the NVR 5 series, with the NVR 8, NVR 12, and NVR 16 series to follow shortly after. I'd like to talk about Checkpoint cybersecurity, but first, let me briefly explain what it is. Provision ISR has partnered with Checkpoint Software Technologies, a world-leading cybersecurity organization, to embed a quantum IoT Protect Nano agent directly into our CCTV devices and NVRs. This means each unit now includes built-in, firmware-level cyber protection, safeguarding against hacking attempts, memory corruption, shell injection, control flow hijacking, and more. Ladies and gentlemen, from NVR firmware version 1.4.13, we've introduced a built-in notification system for specific events related to checkpoint activity. Let's quickly go through the different functions and see what each one does. Checkpoint status notification. This feature alerts you if checkpoint protection is disabled through unauthorized actions. For example, if a hacker attempts to turn it off. The system detects this backend change and notifies you, helping you respond quickly to potential security threats. Now, let's look at the most important feature: notifications based on cyber events. When a hacking attempt occurs, the checkpoint notification instantly alerts you that your NVR is under attack or that unauthorized access is being attempted. This allows you to respond in real time, before any damage, data theft, or tampering can occur. For integrators, offering checkpoint protection with alert notifications adds a clear value proposition. Checkpoint maintenance notification. This feature alerts you whenever the Nano Agent protection system enters maintenance or safe mode. This typically indicates that a malfunction or instability has been detected, and the device may require a reboot. The notification ensures users are immediately aware of any interruption in protection, helping maintain system stability and enabling faster recovery. Let's go see how to set it up, go through the notifications available, and then see it in action. We've added a brand new Checkpoint Notifications menu located under Settings. If you go to Events and Analytics, you'll now see an IoT Protection section. Inside it, you'll find the 3 checkpoint event categories: Cyber Event Checkpoint Maintenance Alerts, Checkpoint Status Alerts. All 3 alert types share the same notification options. You can configure a custom audio message to play through a connected speaker. There's also an option to send a push notification to the CAM2 mobile app. You can also link an alarm output to trigger a third-party device. For example, a unique colored strobe light in a control room. The NVR can also buzz, display an on-screen pop-up, and you can configure email alerts, ideal for notifying IT personnel immediately if a cyber event occurs. Now, a quick disclaimer. The firmware version I'm demonstrating today intentionally includes a vulnerability for testing and demonstration purposes. If a hacker attempts to breach the NVR, the Checkpoint Nano agent will block the attempt in real time. Depending on your notification setup, you'll hear the buzzer and see the on-screen alert immediately, exactly as shown here. Here is an example of an automated email generated by the system when a cyber event was detected. The same logic applies if someone attempts to disable the Checkpoint Nano agent through back-end access. In that case, instead of a cyber event alert, you'll receive a checkpoint status alert, and you can configure all the same notification actions. This is a highly welcomed addition to an already secure system. Having real-time notification capabilities truly brings the solution to the next level. I want to discuss illegal access support, a feature supported by all our NVRs, starting from NVR-FWV 1.4.13. So, what exactly is it? As most of you already know, Provision ISR takes security very seriously. One of our built-in protections is against unauthorized login attempts. If someone tries to log into the NVR, whether through the web interface or locally, and enters the wrong password 5 times, the system automatically locks access for a set period. This is what we define as illegal access. From NVR-FWV 1.4.13, you'll now receive real-time push notifications on your phone whenever this happens, so you're always in the loop, no matter where you are. It's all part of our brute force protection mechanism. After 5 consecutive failed login attempts, the system not only locks access, but also enforces longer delays after each additional failed attempt. Just for clarification, the notification will be received from NVRV 1.4.13, but the brute force mechanism has been in place for a long time. To demonstrate the illegal access feature, I'm going to attempt a login to the NVR through the web interface using its local IP address. I'll intentionally enter the wrong password 5 times. On that 5th failed attempt, the system triggers an illegal access event, sending a push notification directly to my CAM2 app, visible here on the left side of the screen. And there it is. 5 incorrect entries, and the alert comes through almost instantly.
Let's talk about playback on our NVRs. We've introduced a new simplified playback experience on our NVRs. Previously, the timeline by default used a whole range of colors to represent different event types: motion, schedule, analytics, manual, and so on. While it was detailed, it could also feel a bit overwhelming. The new approach cuts through that complexity by using just 3 colors, each tied directly to what actually matters during playback: red to human detection, green to vehicle detection, blue to everything else, including motion, sensor, and scheduled-based recording. So if a human appears, that portion of the timeline instantly shifts to red. If a vehicle is detected, it turns green. Any general activity or non-AI triggered recording remains blue. It's clean, consistent, and much easier to interpret at a glance. For users who prefer the traditional method, the full detailed event-based playback is still available. You can always switch back to the classic multi-event color coding and advanced search tools whenever needed. In short, this update gives you a more intuitive default playback while still keeping the full power of the original playback system just a click away. By default, the timeline filters events based on human and vehicle detection. Vehicles appear in green and humans appear in red. In this example, we're looking at a busy road with both foot traffic and vehicle traffic. If you want to focus only on human events, simply click on the red section of the timeline. This takes you straight to the moments where people were detected. The system also filters out vehicle events completely. Notice how the green sections turn blue, indicating they're now hidden. If you prefer to only watch the moments when humans were detected, you can use the playback strategy. This feature automatically plays each event and then skips all the non-human footage. As soon as one event finishes, it jumps past the blue segments and moves directly to the next human detection. The same logic applies if you switch to another camera and want to view only vehicle events. Select the relevant section on the timeline, and the system will automatically jump to each vehicle detection because playback strategy is still enabled. For those who want to return to the classic event playback view, click the down arrow and select Event Playback. You'll now see the familiar multicolored timeline. You can also refine it even more. For example, If you only want to see face detection events, select that filter. The timeline will highlight those moments in light blue. And again, with playback strategy enabled, clicking anywhere on the dark blue areas will take you directly to the first relevant event, in this case, face detection. You can, of course, disable playback strategy at any time and navigate freely across the entire timeline. The new simplified playback makes investigations faster and more intuitive. Instead of explaining this feature first, I'd rather show it, because once you see it, everything else will make sense. I want to introduce you to DDA Search, a completely new way to search video on the Provision ISR NVR. Imagine an object goes missing. In this case, it's a pot plant, but it could really be anything. Who took the pot plant? I'm going to show you how, by combining two search methods, Smart Search and DDA Search, you can not only pinpoint the moment it was taken, but also identify other instances where that same individual appears, all with just a single, targeted click. During playback, we start by enabling Smart Search. Once activated, you can draw an area within your camera's field of view. The timeline will then highlight in red only the moments when motion occurred in that area. This lets you quickly focus on the relevant events, skipping everything else. Once the event is located and the suspect is visible, we can enable DDA Search. When DDA Search is activated, the video freezes and the system automatically detects all people in the frame, placing a box around each individual. From here, any person can be selected for a targeted, one-click search, making it fast and precise to track their movement across your cameras. And that's the power of DDA Search in action. In just a few clicks, the system has located every instance of this individual across your cameras instantly. What used to take hours of manual searching now happens in seconds, with no guesswork and no missed details. At the same time, the workflow is intuitive, so operators can track people quickly, whether it's a single or multiple cameras. This is security made smarter, faster, and simpler. Now that you have watched it, let me break it down in simple terms. DDA Search lets you select a person in view. Then the AI searches across connected cameras on the NVR to find matching appearances without you needing to describe what they look like. Before you can start using DDA Search, you will need one of the compatible NVRs, and your NVR must meet a few requirements. First, it should be running firmware version 1.4.13 or later. Second, the NVR's local analytics engine needs to be enabled. Third is a brand new feature called Picture Comparison, relating specifically to DDA Search, also needs to be turned on. And fourth, analytics recording must be enabled in the recording settings. Once all four of these one-time setups are enabled, you're good to go and ready to start using DDA Search. For those of you hearing some of these terms for the first time, don't worry. I'll show you exactly where to find these features and how to enable them. It's actually very straightforward, and I've put together a video to walk you through it. Now, let's look at where you can initiate a search. You can initiate a search from any channel on the NVR, from either the local or web interface. You can do it directly from Live View. You can also start it in playback while reviewing footage, as I just showed you in the previous video. And even if in an analytics search, you can launch it from there too. Next, let's talk about camera requirements. DDA Search will only return matches from cameras where metadata analytics is enabled. So, the camera must be an iSight series, running firmware version 5.1.2 or later, and metadata analytics on the camera must turned on and parameters configured. To summarize, you can initiate a search from any channel on the NVR. It doesn't matter if analytics are enabled or even if it's a third-party camera. However, the search will only look for matching results on cameras where metadata is enabled. I've created a video to guide you through the one-time DDA search setup on the NVR. The first step is to enable the local AI engine. You can find this under the Analytics menu, in the Local Analytics Engine section.
Enable it by ticking the checkbox and clicking Apply. The NVR will prompt you to enter your username and password, and once confirmed, it will automatically reboot. After the NVR has rebooted, navigate to the Events Analytics section and open Intelligent Configuration. Here, enable the picture comparison feature by ticking the checkbox and clicking Apply. The table below shows each camera along with the AI function assigned to it, indicating whether processing is handled by the camera or the NVR. One important prerequisite is ensuring your recording settings are configured for analytics recording. You'll notice a notification appear when enabling picture comparison, reminding you of this requirement. To verify or adjust this, go to the Record menu and select the Analytics Recording option. You can choose either of the available settings that support event-based recording. Both will work. Once these steps are completed, your NVR is fully prepared for DDA search. It's also important to note that DDA search is being introduced in its first version and should be considered an early release feature. This version lays the foundation for more advanced DDA search capabilities in future updates. We are actively refining the algorithm to deliver more accurate and faster search performance over time. At this stage, the tool is intended to complement the existing search and playback options rather than replace them. Let's talk about the Analytics Search Engine, which has been simplified to make it more efficient. The search engine is now divided into two sections: humans and vehicles. Starting with humans, you can search for any human-related event, whether it's line crossing, a sterile area, loitering, or any other detection. The search is universal, so you'll see all events where a human is detected. We also have a metadata search, which lets you filter by specific attributes, like clothing, gender, hats, sunglasses, and more. There's also a dedicated face recognition search within the human section. Finally, DDA search, which analyzes a person's features, like clothing color and overall appearance, and compares them across video footage, quickly finding matches in seconds and saving hours of manual searching. For vehicles, you can search for any vehicle-related events, such as line crossing, sterile areas, illegal parking, object counting, or any event where a vehicle has been detected. You can filter these events by vehicle attributes, including color, make, model, and type. License plate searches are also supported, allowing you to find all detected plates or search for specific plates. Besides the simplified search engine, there are also some great user interface improvements. So, let's take a closer look. The Analytics Search Engine has now been simplified into two main sections: humans and vehicles, and each section has its own set of subcategories. Let's walk through them, starting with face detection. You can still search for all face detection events by date and by camera. That part hasn't changed. What has changed is face recognition searching, as we now introduce the ability to load and search for multiple target images at once. Previously, you could only search for one face at a time. Now you can load several faces and run a single unified recognition search across all of them. Next, under the human subsection, you can perform an DDA search. Here, you can load any human detected in any event as your target image, and the system will return all matching results. And similar to face search, DDA search also supports multiple targets at the same time. If you want to look at all human-related events, you can go to the Object tab. When you open a result, you'll notice the improved user interface. The system now clearly highlights, with a bounding box, the exact object that triggered the event. It also displays which analytic rule triggered it, and you can click straight into a 7-second preview of that event. Another improvement is the ability to control the playback length directly from the analytics search. On the timeline, the dark red segment shows the moment the event was triggered. The light red segment before that is the pre-event recording, and the light red after is the post-event.
The blue areas represent the rest of the timeline beyond the event window. The timeline is fully interactive. You can scrub through it, skip forward a few seconds, pause, or even jump into full screen view. If you need to back up the footage, just click the backup button. And something new, I am sure you have noticed the object bounding box you're familiar with from live view now also appears in playback. You can also search by object metadata. For example, you can filter for all people wearing white upper clothing. A nice addition is that when you open the snapshot of a metadata event, the system now watermarks the detected attributes directly onto the image, making everything crystal clear. Now let's move on to vehicles. You can search for all vehicle-related events just as easily. One thing I want to highlight, and this applies to all analytics, is that our EyeSight series cameras can run multiple analytic rules simultaneously. Instead of showing separate snapshots for every event that triggered at the same time from the same camera, the system now groups all those events together. This makes your search results much cleaner. No more repeated snapshots of the same vehicle from the same moment. If you need to filter by vehicle attributes, such as color, make, or type, you can do that as well. And just like with human metadata, vehicle snapshots also display attribute watermarks directly on the image. Searching for two-wheel vehicles works exactly the same way as searching for four-wheel vehicles, so I won't go into detail here. Let's move on to license plates. When used together with our LPR cameras, you can search through all license plate detection events. When you open a result, the system displays the detected plate number along with key vehicle attributes, such as the plate color, vehicle color, make, and type. You can play back any of these events and you'll have the same playback options you saw earlier. You can also search for a specific plate, and it doesn't need to be a full plate. Partial plate searches are supported as well. And, of course, you can watch a quick video preview or open the snapshot to see the full details. That wraps up the overview of the new Analytics search engine. With a cleaner interface, smarter search capabilities, and faster access to the information that matters, the entire experience is now simpler, clearer, and far more efficient. Let's talk about splicing on our panoramic cameras. I'm using the term splicing because these cameras use two 2.8mm lenses that are digitally stitched together to create a full 180-degree field of view. In most cases, the stitching looks seamless straight out of the box. You may not even notice that two images have been combined. However, in some situations, you might notice distortion at the point where the two images are joined. This typically occurs when the splicing distance is not configured correctly. For example, if the camera is installed and a main object is 20 meters away, but the splicing distance is set to 2 meters, distortion may become visible. In this section, I'll show an example of what stitching distortion looks like and how adjusting the splicing distance can eliminate it and produce a smooth panoramic image. Previously, the splicing distance could only be adjusted directly on the camera. Starting with NVR firmware version 1.4.13, however, this setting can now be configured directly from the NVR. At first glance, your panoramic camera might look perfect, but as soon as an object appears right in the center of the view, you may notice some distortion. In cases like this, adjusting the splicing distance is needed. Simply go to the settings, select camera, then go to the image menu. There, the splicing configuration is available. Adjust the distance based on your scene. In my example, I set it to 2 meters. You can see the adjustment on the mini screen. And if you check live view, you'll notice the distortion has disappeared, and that's it. Your panoramic view is now smooth and seamless. I want to talk to you about the built-in burglar alarm feature that is a feature available on all our NVRs. As you are aware, our NVRs include a wide range of triggers that you can set to react to specific events. Triggers can be push notifications, emails, alarm outputs, etc. But sometimes you don't need those notifications coming through, so you need to disable them temporarily. I want you to imagine that you're a store owner, and during the day, you don't want to receive these notifications. But at night, during after hours, you definitely want to receive notifications from your CCTV system. This is where our burglar alarm feature comes in because it works like a traditional alarm. When you're on site, you can disarm it to stop receiving notifications. And when you close up the store after hours, you can arm it to begin receiving notifications. This can be done directly from the NVR or through our mobile application, or you can even connect a sensor input from a third-party device like a remote control, and the system will activate and deactivate the selected triggers based on the state of the burglar alarm. So that's burglar alarm explanation in a nutshell. Now, I want to focus on the new scheduled arm function. Just like any modern alarm system that auto-arms at night to keep the premises protected, our NVR now does the same. Available from NVR FW version 1.4.13, the NVR can automatically arm itself at a set time of the day. So now this ensures full protection without relying on anyone to do it manually and eliminate human error. Let's take a look at how to set it up and see it in action. For this example, I've already configured my burglar alarm so that push notifications are tied to whether the system is armed or disarmed. When the system is disarmed, I won't receive any notifications, but once it's armed, notifications will start coming through. Let's schedule the burglar alarm to auto-arm daily at 7:30 p.m. At that time, the system will not only automatically arm itself, but also send a notification letting you know the burglar alarm is active. From that point on, any events triggered by the cameras will send notifications to the app. I want to touch on license plate database management because we've enhanced our NVR module by adding per record validity scheduling. You can now define a precise effective start time and end time for each individual license plate entry in the database. When a vehicle approaches, the LPR recognition checks the detected plate against its assigned validity window. If the timestamp of the detection falls within that configured range, the system authorizes the event and grants access. If the detection occurs outside the defined window, the system classifies it as invalid and access is denied. This allows for granular access control down to the individual vehicle, based entirely on time-based authorization rules. Let's break it down. Here we are in the vehicle database on the NVR. You can see we have one existing database group. Inside this group, you can set validity periods for each license plate. For example, if you have 2 plates, each can have its own access period. It's really simple to manage. Just set the effective start time for each plate. Maybe you want to give one person access for a month, while another gets permanent access. For permanent access, it's just a matter of ticking the permanently valid option. So here we are, both plates in the same database group, each with completely different validity periods. And that's really all there is to it. Quick, easy, and flexible for whatever access setup you need. Quick side note, I want to go over how the new validity period for individual plates works alongside the LPR recognition analytic. This matters because the analytic itself has its own schedule, so it's important to understand how the two work together. Within the LPR recognition analytic settings, you set a schedule for when the recognition parameter is active, and you also assign which database groups are affected by this schedule. Now, with the ability to define an effective start time and effective end time for each individual license plate, the system checks both conditions. Only when both the recognition parameter schedule and the plate's effective validity period are valid will the system trigger the configured action, like opening a gate or barrier. This is really handy for entry points with lots of plates, each on a different schedule. You just need one successful recognition parameter and a single database, and then you can manage each plate's access individually. Super simple and flexible. I'd like to introduce a new feature available on all NVRs running firmware version 1.4.13 and above, the WebPing tool, now built directly into the NVR interface. This is a significant advantage for installers. With this tool, you gain instant visibility into network status. You can quickly check the LAN, gateway, and internet connection directly from the NVR, allowing you to determine within seconds whether an issue is local, router-related, or internet-based. It also enables faster troubleshooting. There's no need to use a laptop or external software. You can run ping tests, DNS checks, and connectivity diagnostics directly from the NVR menu. This helps reduce diagnostic time during site visits and is especially useful for quick checks during setup. Overall, it's a simple and practical tool designed to make on-site troubleshooting faster and more efficient. Let's take a look at it in action. I want you to imagine arriving at a client's house and, for whatever reason, you don't have your laptop with you. The client tells you they're not getting video on the Com2 app. In this case, the WebPing tool is the perfect place to start troubleshooting because you can quickly verify if there is internet connectivity on the NVR. To do this, open the System menu, go to Settings, then Network, Network Status, and then Network Status Detection. You can ping something like Google to see if the NVR has internet connectivity, or even ping other devices on the same network, like another camera. So, for example, if you can't see camera, you can ping it directly from the NVR to check if it's online, all without needing a laptop. It's a simple but powerful troubleshooting tool right at your fingertips. I want to touch on something that's a big part of who we are as a company: integration. As most of you know, we believe strongly in integrating with as many platforms and partners as possible. In many cases, we've achieved full native integrations by developing dedicated plugins. A great example of that is our integration with NX Witness, where we created a true seamless connection between the two systems. But even when we don't develop a complete plugin, we still provide multiple ways for third-party systems to integrate with Provision ISR. We already have our Open API, and of course OnVIF, which gives system developers the ability to interact with our devices at various levels. And now, we're adding another integration method to our NVRs to give you even more flexibility: HTTP post support. By adding HTTP post support to our NVRs, this changes what you can do with event integration. From this point forward, the NVR itself can transmit HTTP post messages directly to third-party software, typically in XML format, the instant an event takes place, no matter which camera detected it. One system, one point of integration, real-time communication. On the screen, you can see every event type that can be pushed out through HTTP post. Everything from the basics, sterile area, line crossing, to advanced analytics like face detection and license plate recognition. And it doesn't stop there. The NVR can also send system-level alerts, including hard drive failures, full disk warnings, and network disconnections. Now, some of you will remember that HTTP post first appeared on our cameras, and that's still a powerful option when you need fine-grained, camera-level control. But adding HTTP post to the NVR unlocks something new: a single, centralized configuration point. Configure it once, and every relevant event across the entire system is delivered automatically. For large installations that require an integration, it's very convenient.
I'd like to talk about SNMPv3, a standard protocol used for network management in CCTV systems. It's commonly used by people who manage these systems, such as security integrators and network administrators, along with third-party monitoring software to keep an eye on the overall health of cameras, NVRs, and other network devices. In short, it's a practical way to ensure the entire CCTV system is operating smoothly and reliably. Previously, our devices supported SNMPv1 and v2, but they relied on simple passwords and offered no encryption. Now we're introducing SNMPv3, which improves on this by adding authentication, encryption, and data integrity, making monitoring much safer and more reliable. I want to talk about our IP speakers. Provision ISRs has a variety of IP speakers. All are PoE powered, support SIP and ONVIF protocols, and can play custom audio messages. From FWV 1.4.13, users now have greater control of IP speakers directly from the NVR interface. Previously, adjusting the volume or setting an active schedule could only be done through the speaker's web interface. Now, these options are fully integrated into the NVR, allowing quick, intuitive control from the same platform used for cameras and events. Once the IP speaker is added to the NVR, any changes, like adjusting the volume or setting a schedule, can be done directly from the audio settings inside the NVR's event notification interface. There's now an entirely new section dedicated to IP speaker audio control. From here, you can set the output volume, configure schedules, and choose which audio message each speaker should play. Let's talk about pre-alarm recording from NVR FWV 1.4.13. We've expanded the pre-recording options to 10, 15, and even 30 seconds, giving you a much broader window of visibility before an event occurs. This means you're not just seeing the moment something happens, you're seeing how it started. Whether it's a person approaching a restricted area or a vehicle entering a lot, those extra seconds capture crucial context, improve evidence quality, and help reduce false alarms. In short, longer pre-record time means smarter security, clearer proof, and complete peace of mind. Many of our NVRs feature an integrated AI engine, which enables the NVR itself to perform Provision ISR's advanced AI analytics. In practice, this means that on a selected number of channels, you can connect third-party cameras, or any camera that doesn't have built-in analytics, and let the NVR perform functions such as line crossing or sterile area detection directly on those devices. Historically, this capability was limited to 2-megapixel cameras. Starting from firmware version 1.4.13, the supported resolution has been increased to 4 megapixels across all NVRs from 4-channel up to 32-channel models. For the 64-channel and 128-channel models, this limit has been raised even further, supporting analytics on cameras up to 16 megapixels. This enhancement delivers next-level performance and flexibility, empowering users to take full advantage of Provision ISR's AI analytics, now with sharper detail, broader compatibility, and future-ready resolution support. Thank you, everyone, for joining and taking the time to go through this firmware release. I hope the new features and improvements give you a clearer picture of what's coming and how it can support your installations. As always, if you have any questions or need guidance, feel free to reach out. Have a great day.